Greetings. Our academic services team has worked this past school year to bring us a new multi-tiered systems of support administrative guidebook. This guidebook is designed to help schools identify struggling students early and to intervene quickly. MTSS is a comprehensive, multi-tiered, standards-aligned system designed to enable educators to identify the academic and behavioral needs of students. It focuses on the whole child. MTSS supports academic growth and achievement, but it also supports many other areas. This includes behavior, social and emotional needs, and absenteeism. We know that this school year will be very different this year. This guidebook will enable us to create the conditions and protective factors that can position every child in CCS to reach their potential, even in the face of adversity. This will be the foundation for learning across the district. As your Chief of Transformation and Leadership, I am excited to have this resource in the hands of administrators and teachers. I am pleased to introduce Elise Clark, our Executive Director of Academic Services, who will provide a brief walkthrough of the MTSS guidebook. Elise Clark.
Thank you, Dr. Chapman. The multi-tiered systems of support, or MTSS approach, is a multi-layered or tiered system of instruction, supplemental supports, and individual intensive interventions. Our MTSS guidebook includes both academic and behavioral expectations and strategies. Tier 1 consists of core instruction and strategies and describes the research and evidence-based effective classroom instruction that all students should receive. Tier 2 supports are available for a smaller number of students who may need a supplemental small group intervention. Tier 2 interventions must be in addition to Tier 1 instruction and behavioral strategies. Despite Tier 2 efforts, an even smaller number of students may fail to progress and are thus provided with Tier 3 intensive interventions, often delivered individually and in a separate setting and with more frequent monitoring. Now, Kenton Lee and Leslie Kelly will talk more about the academic side of the MTSS process.
Thanks, Elise. The core instructional framework is the foundation for our multi-tiered system of supports, and we have already begun the implementation work. As we all know, through our earlier professional development with the teacher self-assessment and the BLT building pre-assessment, this framework consists of 4 pillars of instruction that guides teaching and learning across our district in every classroom, every day. Beginning on page 7, we have the model for teacher planning. Then on page 8, we have the model for assessment. The model for lesson delivery with student engagement begins on page 9. And finally, the model for classroom environment and culture is on page 11. Whether fully virtual, blended, or fully face-to-face, a consistently implemented framework in conjunction with standards-aligned curricular resources and evidence-based instructional strategies ensures each student has equitable access to a guaranteed and viable curriculum and the opportunity to learn grade level standards and beyond. And now, Leslie Kelly.
Thank you, Kenny. The Common Instructional Framework is the foundation for our MTSS system, and our content grade band decision trees act as a decision support tool to determine tiered supports based on identified need. In this guidebook, you will find content grade band decision trees, as well as decision trees for ESL, least restrictive environment, gifted and talented. The decision trees begin on page 13 with our ECE decision tree and end on page 30 with our gifted and talented decision tree. As Elise mentioned, this guidebook connects academics and social emotional learning. Here to share more about the SEL decision trees and supports is Cheryl Ward.
Thank you, Leslie. We are excited as we continue to build on the district's PBIS work related to behavioral supports. As mentioned earlier, the MTSS framework provides support both academically and behaviorally to ensure our students have the best learning experience possible. The MTSS framework focuses on tiered support and developing a climate and culture that provides and supports social emotional health. In the guide, there is a social emotional decision tree broken down by grade bands. We also have added CASEL social emotional learning competencies for staff to show alignment with SEL and core instruction. In the guidebook, you will also see a behavioral and social intervention guide and a menu of tiered strategies and interventions. We believe that every student deserves a high quality, social, emotional, and academic learning experience. This type of environment has a positive impact on student safety, culture, performance, and success. Here to share how health services align in the MTSS process is Dr. Kate King.
Thanks, Cheryl. This guide helps identify how health services and school nurses are essential in the MTSS process. Health assessments and interventions play a critical role in MTSS. School nurses identify vision, hearing, and other health issues in students that impede school performance, making it possible for students to receive needed referrals, treatments, and enabling them to achieve. Early identification and treatment of mental and physical health issues for students in the MTSS process is critical to student success. The school nurse is an essential member of the MTSS team, bringing unique healthcare and observational expertise in identifying key information that might otherwise go unnoticed. School nurses are critical. And now, Kira Slowenbach will bring it all together.
Thank you, Kate. We know our mission is to ensure that each student is highly educated, is prepared for leadership and service, and is empowered for success as a citizen in the global community. This framework brings together an understanding of our students as citizens in this world. It solidifies their place in the community and provides us the lens to understand our role in providing a high level of academic rigor. It also helps us understand the function of student behavior in order to provide the necessary support. The MTSS framework provides the structure and outlines a roadmap of support toward academic, behavioral, and social emotional skill development. More importantly, it does so in a non-exclusionary manner while reinforcing positive student outcomes. We look forward to our shared commitment to the MTSS framework and using it to support and grow our students.